Hello? Hello?
Kingsley Hotel. This is Maddie, your concierge. How may I assist you today?
This is Mr. Wilcox. I'm checking in today, and I want to confirm that I'm in room 1208 because I specifically requested room 1208.
Yes, Mr. Wilcox, the note's here on your reservation, but it appears that room is already occupied. How about we upgrade you to a lovely terraced room with...
No, a review online said 1208 has the best view.
Well, if 1208 is the room you want, we will make it happen.
You can do that?
Of course. So sorry about the mix-up. Is there anything I can help you with while you're in town? Dinner reservations, perhaps?
Thanks, but that won't be necessary.
Well, very good. We look forward to your arrival. Run. Thank you.
Oh, did you fix what you needed to fix?
Well, I still have to call the guests in 1208 or 1209 and explain why their room number is different. But yes, problem solved. So you done for the day?
Well, I thought so, but I discovered a leak in 1221. So, gonna have to replace the pipes.
How long is that gonna take?
All week.
Well, we have guests in the Empress Suite. Can it not wait till next week and you check out?
Sure. If you don't mind replacing the ceiling in 1121 too.
Okay, well, it's giving me a headache too. Yeah, I have to go. Come on in.
You want to see me, Captain?
Yeah, have a seat. Give me your badge.
If this has something to do with last night's arrest, I can guarantee you it was 100% by the book.
It's not about the arrest. It's about what happened 2 weeks ago. Your detective exam. You received the highest score across all precincts. You'll be taking over for Grazier and robbery homicide. You start next week.
This is what I've wanted since I joined the force. I don't know what to say.
I don't know. What about thank you, Captain?
Thank you, Captain.
Detroit Free Press. I'll send you the Tipline. Thanks for calling. Sports is to the left, and the Tipline is in the records archive. Yeah, downstairs.
Detroit Free Press Tipline, all news and crime tips welcome. This is Penny. And where did the aliens say they were from? I'm not familiar with that planet. Could you spell it, please? Would you like to leave your name and number so someone can... He hung up.
Probably for the best. I'm not sure to send that tip to. There we go. Incidences regarding extraterrestrials should be reported to the National Security Administration.
Is there a number?
No.
I'm off to dinner with Ricardo. Unless you need me to stay.
No. It's just a crazy day at the hotel. The other concierge went home sick, so I didn't have time to eat today. I'm fine. Go. By the way, stay away from Midtown. All the streets are closed because of the police chase right now.
How do you know that?
I downloaded this new app on my phone. And it aggregates all this information from the police scanners all over the city and sends alerts to my phone.
Is that even legal?
I don't know, but it's cool. Detroit Free Press Tipline, all news and crime tips welcome. This is Maddie.
My neighbor stole my cat. She's stealing lots of cats.
When did this happen?
Last night, I feed 3 strays, and one by one they stopped coming. Then my cat, Simba, he got out and hasn't come back.
Did you see her abduct Simba?
No, but I'm sure she has him.
I see. Okay, so evidence is circumstantial. What's your neighbor's name and address?
Tipline calling. What now? Robbery homicide, Detective Grazer speaking.
Detective Grazer. Hi, it's Maddie.
Yeah, I'm really swamped at the moment, reviewing a murder case.
Ooh, which one?
That's confidential. Did you receive a tip?
Yes, I did. And it took about 6 pages of notes. The tipster believes his neighbor is abducting cats.
I'm sorry, did you say cats?
Yes, 6 have gone missing, including Simba. Sam, Ida, Mary, Babe, Adam.
And these are all names of cats.
No, 1 cat. I was spelling Simba using the alpha code I found online. It said every police station in the country uses it.
Yeah, why don't you just, email me the stuff and I'll look into it.
Did you have a chance to review the notes I sent last Friday?
Can you remind me what those were again?
The tip about the guy stealing purses at the mall.
Oh, yeah, it's right here on my list. Was there anything else, Maddie?
Not really. This guy just really wants his cat back. Simba was a gift from his great Aunt Claire, who passed away 3 years ago, and
yeah, it's all good stuff. I will look into it. Thank you, Maddie. Have a great day.
Yo, let's bounce.
Toby!
Just leave me alone, all right?
I know you're still upset about the arrest. I'm not the one you should be mad at. Be mad at your buddy who picked you up in a stolen car.
Those kids all have felonies. You will too if you keep hanging out with them. Let me get you a safe place to stay.
I got a place.
Really?
Yeah. With my girlfriend. She's legit. Don't worry. Goes to college. Has a house. She's on the track team. Got a scholarship and everything. She even hooked me up with a job.
Really? Where at?
All units, report of a 1062 near Wendicott and Terra Road. The subject is on foot in black jeans, green sweatshirt, and gray backpack. Respond with your 20. Over.
What's a 1062?
219, I'm close by.
Breaking and entering.
That's near here.
Hey!
He's running.
My new friends, Toby!
Running?
Hey! Hey! I said stop! I said stop running! Hey! Get down! Stay down!
Piece of advice for you. Running's pretty much always a bad idea. You're under arrest for breaking and entering. Come on! Get up!
Unit 219. Beanie suspect in custody.
Way to go, 219.
Officer 219 has done it again. He nabbed the suspect who was found with the stolen property.
Mr. and Mrs. White, how's your stay so far?
Just lovely, thank you.
I do have some unfortunate news. We have to do an emergency construction in the room next to your suite, and I am afraid it's going to be noisy. But the presidential suite will be available starting Sunday, and if you would like to move...
Not necessary. A little noise never hurt anyone.
I appreciate your understanding. May I offer you complimentary breakfast in our restaurant?
Oh, how thoughtful. We would love to.
We shouldn't keep the interior decorator waiting, Barb.
Oh, are you moving here?
Charles is opening a new shop here in Detroit.
Oh, well, I wish you much success in your new venture.
Thank you. Tell him to make all the noise that they want.
We hear Detroit Zone 219 is being promoted to detective. Congratulations, 219.
All units, report of a missing cat. Excuse me. Missing catatonic youth sighted at the bus stop on Merrick and Avery. Description fits a runaway from Dearborn.
Is this the tip line office?
Yes? Are you here to report a news tip or a crime tip?
I'm Ethan. Joe didn't mention I was starting tonight?
Joe.
Joe Callahan? The managing editor of the crime section?
Yeah, that Joe. I've actually never met him.
You're lucky. He's an angry man who hates that music is by passion.
Calling all units. A suspect is seen at...
Do you work here now?
Interning. Joe thinks it'll teach me the value of hard work.
Well, guess, Joe's your father.
Stepfather. So, how does this whole tip line thing work anyway?
Grazier, congratulations on retiring.
Couldn't come soon enough. You know, we look at so many dead bodies before you start to affect your sleep, relationships, your sanity. My therapist says the nightmare should eventually stop. This hot sauce. Best.
Hot sauce?
It's the one thing I'm gonna miss about this place. But it's enough about me. Congrats on your promotion. I heard you passed the test with flying colors.
Thank you. Yes, well, 96%, but I feel pretty prepared.
Yeah, you won't use any of that. No, most cases are solved when a relationship ends. Nothing rats out a partner in crime like a spurned ex. Sometimes it's best not to investigate at all. Just wait it out. I'm gonna get more cake. You want some?
No, I've heard enough. Had enough. I've had enough, but thanks anyway. Here, the hot sauce is good.
Another cool thing about our computers is that they can access newspapers all over the country. So, let's say you want to know what's happening in Poughkeepsie.
Why would I want to know that?
Detroit Free Press Tip Line, all news and crime tips. Welcome, this is Maddie.
A jewelry store is going to be robbed tonight.
Which jewelry store?
That's all I know.
Do you know who's gonna rob it? How do you know about this?
That's all I know.
Detroit Free Press. No, thank you.
This is Grazer. You've reached robbery homicide. Leave a message after the tone.
Grazer's done at his desk. I need to report this to someone. No, if the phone rings, just answer it.
How do I do that?
Thank you. Where's Grazier?
He retired? How did you get up here?
Oh, I am Maddie Moore. I am from the DFP Tip Line. I'm Officer Tran at the desk knows me.
I see. Did you call here about 10 minutes ago?
I did, yes. I am here to report a tip that a jewelry store is going to be robbed tonight.
Okay. Which one?
They didn't say. I actually don't even know if it's a man or a woman. The voice was altered.
Okay, well, what else did they say?
Nothing. They just hung up.
That's not a lot of information.
I know. You're just gonna have to stick out every jewelry store in the city.
You do realize there's over 100 jewelry stores in Detroit?
Well, then let's start calling. You know, I think most of them are already closed, so just start by writing a report of all the owners of stores, and we'll just try them at home. Chop, chop.
Maddie, Next time someone calls with a tip, get details. Who, when, where.
I know what details to get. I've been doing this for years, and I watch a lot of crime shows.
Oh, I see. Like CSI.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, if I was talking to Horatio Caine right now, I could guarantee we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Horatio Caine is a fictional character, so that's certainly true. Look, we don't know if this call is credible. What if it's just a prank? Our resources are limited.
What's your name?
Detective Beeks.
Detective Beeks.
Yeah.
I can tell you're no different than Grazier. I'm just gonna have to handle this one on my own, too.
Sure thing.
2? Hey, wait, what does that mean?
System disarmed.
Hello?
All units report from 187 at a Tremonti jewelry store, 1710 Fig Street. Multiple officers needed to secure the scene. Hey, you miss working with all those grunts down on patrol yet?
I actually have a feeling I'm going to be seeing you a lot more now than I did then. You secured the scene?
Yeah, the employee reported it when he arrived at 9:55. Said that Joseph Tremonti, that's this guy, meets him in the mornings to unlock the door. But when he arrived, he saw Mr. Tremonti lying on the floor through the window.
And the door?
It's locked, and all the cameras are disabled.
Did you smell something? Subtle, but... Paint?
Yeah, maybe he's around us. I don't know.
And,
Oh, yeah, that's, soon-to-be ex-wife. Yeah, she arrived here right after we did. Yeah, the employee had texted her after calling us to give her the news.
In a text?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go talk to her. Get someone to cover him up?
Yeah, sure, I'll get someone on right now.
Thanks. Hi. I'm Detective Beeks.
Marcella Tremonti. Joseph is my husband.
I'm very sorry for your loss. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? When was the last time that you spoke with your husband?
Last night around 9 o'clock, he texted me to tell me he'd left his wallet here. So we came back to the store to get it.
And you were home last night?
No, I was in Atlanta at a conference. I took the red eye. I got back about 2 a.m.
Okay.
Like, I know how this must look because Joseph and I were getting divorced. We'd already worked out all the terms. I mean, I was getting half, nothing more, nothing less. Just...
Did you happen to have a life insurance policy on your husband?
Yes, but I signed over the ownership to him, and he did the same with me. And we changed our beneficiaries.
Do you mind if I ask why your husband and you separated?
Reconcilable differences. They were just too many for us to manage.
And do you have a key to the store?
He changed all the locks when I gave up my interest in the business. And he just changed the safe, and
He changed the safe? How do you know that?
because he gave the old one to me.
And just one more question, Tamani. Do you know if your husband recently underwent any renovations?
No, not that I know of.
Okay, please give me a call if you think of anything.
Mr. Tremonti.
Who's murdered?
I can't release that information. How'd you find out about this?
My scanner app.
Maddie, I'm gonna want to listen to that tip line call, but right now, I have more pressing matters to deal with. So the newspaper gives you a uniform?
Tip line's my night job. I work at Regent Kingsley during the day.
Beaks. Excuse me.
So I spoke with forensics.
And?
One of the coroner estimates a TOD between 9 and 11 last night.
So the time Tremonti came back for his wallet?
Yeah, the coroner doesn't know what was in the dark yet, but she suspects sodium chloride.
Really?
And we'll know more when the tox reports come back.
Okay. You left any prints from the safe?
Safe is wiped out.
Anything else stolen?
Everything in the safe is missing. Thief only took the best jewels.
I have to take care of something.
All right, back.
Okay. Okay. Oh, what are you doing?
I wasn't kidding when I said stay behind the tape.
Okay, look, I need to get back to the hotel anyway. Eh? Is that a dart to get that guy's back? Oh. Okay, I'm leaving.
You promise this time?
You know what your problem is?
I have several problems, and right now, you are at the very top of that list.
You are just like Detective Grazer. You don't believe anyone's credible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
I'm from safes. Feels like a clue. Breadcrumb. Patterson Security sells Belgium safes. Looks like we're going on a field trip.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hi. I work at the Regent Kingsley, and we are looking for a safe. I heard Beltram's a good brand.
You work for the Regent Kingsley? My daughter almost got married there. But we ended up having the wedding in our backyard. Thank goodness. She's already divorced.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
It was for the best, trust me.
Oh, it's adorable. Is that your daughter?
Yeah, my daughter Olivia and my grandson. So, Beltram. Quality's excellent. Impossible to crack without a stick of dynamite.
See, that's what makes Beltram better than other safes.
Can't go wrong.
Are they big?
No, I'll certainly
How
follow up.
big are they? I mean,
I will. Thanks.
you go ahead. No, go ahead.
Hi.
Hi. Detective Beeks. I'm with Detroit Metro PD. Investigating a robbery that happened last night at the Tremonti jewelry store. Fortunately, their entire safe was cleared out. I understand you recently purchased a safe. Can you tell me when?
Yeah.
Right.
Here, delivered on the 9th.
Okay. And you know who happened to do that install?
Nick Ray.
Excuse me?
Hi.
Hi, yes.
What are you doing here?
You know, with all the just unsolved crime in the city, I would just really feel safer with one of these. So.
Right. Do you mind if we continue this conversation in the back?
No need. I am leaving. Thank you for your help.
Bye. So, Nick Ray did the install. Can I speak with him?
He doesn't work here anymore.
Oh, really? Why not?
He quit when my daughter filed for divorce. Anne kicked him out of her apartment.
Nick was your son-in-law?
Yes. I don't think he was comfortable working for me after that.
I can imagine. Know where I can find him?
He gave me an address to mail his final paycheck. I have it here somewhere if you like.
Yes, definitely.
back.
Sorry. Oh, thank goodness. It's here. Thank you. Good day.
Bye.
Do you mind if we continue this conversation in the back?
No need. I am leaving.
Oh, really? Why not? Yes, definitely.
Hey, it's me. Sorry to call, but we have a problem. Very big problem. I'll have to call you back.
You need to play this recording for the police.
Oh, no. Detective Beeks hates me.
All the more reason. When he sees you're collecting evidence for him, he won't hate you as much.
You haven't met him. He is a pompous, power-drunk know-it-all who thinks that because he got promoted to robbery homicide, he has God's gift to Detroit.
Hi! Can I help you?
She forgot distrusting.
Beeks, this is Penny, future reporter. I guess you're here to listen to the call, Detective.
So you collected evidence?
It's not evidence per se. It's more of a theory, really. I theorize that Luke Patterson is involved in the Tremonti murder.
Why's that?
Because after he gave you Nick's address and you walked out, he called someone and said, "We have a big problem."
How did you know that he gave me Nick's address? You'd already left the store.
Had I? No, I don't think so.
You know it's illegal to secretly record people, right? It's called eavesdropping.
Only if you're law enforcement.
No. That law applies to everybody.
He's right. I'm finding a lot of news articles about evidence that was obtained illegally being thrown out.
Well, it's never intended to be evidence. I just, thought I might help with the lead. You know, if you want me to delete it, it's really not a big deal.
Well, hold on. All right, let's listen to it first.
Hey, it's me. Sorry to call, but we have a problem. A very big problem.
All right, let's hear the tip line call.
A jewelry store is going to be robbed tonight.
You hear that? There's some kind of weird noise going on in the background.
A jewelry store is going to be robbed tonight.
No, I do hear that. What is that?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Hey, do you mind making a copy of that for me?
Here you go. I already copied it.
I bet you're great at chess, aren't you?
I am. You're a good detective.
Well, I better let you get back to work.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. Detroit Free Press Tip Line, all news and crime tips. Welcome. This is Maddie. Simba's really cute. Did you see her actually take any of the cats?
Yeah, you think she'd nab them while I'm watching? Of course not. This woman's an expert. Probably been doing it for years.
What shots belongs to her?
Right there. Careful.
Cheryl? I am Maddie from the Detroit Free Press. Can I ask you some questions about your cats? So, where did you get your cats?
Oh, different places. You know, my ex-husband always said that I care more about the cats than I did him. I can't wait for him to read your little feature on me.
It's not a feature. It's more of an investigative thing.
You tell that Artie to stop falsely accusing me.
Just stating the facts, lady.
If I was your cat, I would run away too.
Simba did not leave on his own. He was taken against his will by you. Okay, everyone here calls you Cheryl the purse snatcher.
It was really nice meeting you
everybody?
both.
Yes,
Okay.
everyone.
Yeah, all your
Everyone I've
friends?
spoken with.
Are they
I
in the
found
room
2
with us
cat
now?
collars in your trash just last week. Can you explain that, Cheryl?
What are you doing going through my trash?
because you don't separate your recycling from your garbage, and that's another thing.
That is my right as a homeowner.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
But you want to live next to a landfill?
Sure.
Yeah, you don't care about the environment?
Better than living next to you, guy who goes through my trash and accuses me of
I am looking for my cat.
Detective Beeks here, heading to follow up on a potential suspect. Over.
Nick Ray? Detective Beeks with Detroit Metro PD. Open up, please.
Beeks. Toby.
So, no uniform? It's you off duty or?
I'm a detective.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Thanks. Hey, so I'm looking for a guy named Nick Ray. His former father-in-law said he's been getting mail here.
Yeah, he does. My girlfriend lets him crash on the couch.
All right. Is he here now?
No, actually, I haven't seen him in a couple days. He kind of just bounces from place to place usually.
I'm off to physio.
Beeks, this is my girlfriend, Amanda Bly. Amanda, this is Detective Beeks.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. That looks like it hurts.
Oh, it's been a few weeks now. It's okay if I keep my weight off it. You're not in trouble, are you, Toby?
No. Babe, come on. Beeks is just looking for Nick.
I understand you let Nick stay here?
Uh-huh.
Can I ask how the three of you know each other?
I went to high school with Nick's younger sister.
Is there a problem here, or?
No, no problem. I'm just trying to wrap my head around this coincidence, that's all.
Nick hasn't done anything wrong. Has he, Detective?
I just want to ask him some questions. This house, Amanda, do you own it?
It belongs to my grandmother, but she moved into assisted living about a year ago. A really nice place.
And your parents?
They passed when I was young. My grandparents raised me.
You know, home is a lot of responsibility. I'm just wondering if maybe Nick pays rent?
Nick helps me fix it up from time to time, so that sure would help, but we don't charge him. I'm sorry, but I've got to go to physio.
No, of course. Yeah. But hey, since Nick isn't technically a legal tenant, do you mind if I just take a peek in the guest room?
Knock yourself out. Later.
Here it is.
Patterson, huh? Guess he never returned his old uniform. Looks like he went to work for his father-in-law's main competitor.
That's Nick with his son.
Do you know why he might have a pair of wire cutters?
Oh, yeah, Amanda gave him those when she had him hook up the new speaker.
Dispatch, this is Unit 133. Got a 1032 downtown. Requesting backup.
I thought you had the day off.
I do. I just need to look something up. Something Artie said made me think.
I don't know who Artie is, but okay.
He said that the reason no one sees Shauna at the Cats is because she's been doing it for years.
That made me think whoever killed Mr. Tremonti may have robbed jewelry stores before.
Anything with a dart gun?
Like this case in Cleveland, Ohio?
You found one already?
It's pretty cool how we can read all these different papers. That's weird. A dart gun was used with pet tranquilizer.
That's unusual.
Well, I'm still waiting on the full talk screen, but the coroner said there were traces of xyloprene in it. It's a sedative used in animals and livestock.
Okay. That's prescription only.
Correct, but it's not available to the public. Apparently there wasn't enough of a trace of xyloprene in the victim to kill him, which
Xyloprene? I knew it. Get this. A jewelry store was robbed 3 weeks ago in Cleveland. A lot of ruby and emerald pieces taken. Security guard woke up the next morning with a dart in his chest, and it had a sedative in it.
Xyloprene?
Yep, that's the one. I mean, it didn't say that when I read the article, but security guard told me when I called him.
I'm sorry, who are you?
I am Maddie Moore from the FILMTipline and the Regent Kingsley.
You spoke with the security guard?
Well, I called from the tip line office, so I think he got the impression I was a journalist. Anyway, you should check on that. I have his cell number. Oh, and I was also thinking that you should call the owner of the Cleveland store and just see if there's any ties to Luke Patterson, you know, given that weird call he made after you left.
You know, I received a call from Joe Callahan down at Detroit Free Press asking why we ignored a tip that could have prevented a murder.
The tip was vague, Captain.
Okay. You work at the tip line, Maddie?
Yes, yes, I do.
Were you the one that received the tip about the jewelry store?
Mm-hmm.
There's an interesting connection.
The security guard in that case survived, obviously, so why did Tremonti die?
Swollen legs. Were there any creases in his earlobes? Oh, maybe one of the victims had a bad heart. It is, after all, the #1 cause of death.
You gonna ask if he had a receding hairline next? Come on, where are you going with this?
I heard on a true crime podcast once that the coroner was talking about some victims showing signs of underlying issues, and that he said a diagonal ear crease is often a predictor of heart disease.
She's right. It's called Frank's sign.
He has an underlying heart condition. It could have intervened with Xyloprene. And you've seen those prescription med ads. They list more side effects, including death in the drug exchange rates.
Excuse me, gotta take this. Hi, this is Nyland.
A true crime podcast, huh?
What can I say? I take my tipline seriously. Oh.
What?
You should up your cardio. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I knew that. I have a great heart.
Well, according to the toxicology report, Maddie is right. Tremonti was on a whole lot of heart meds.
So, that would explain why, even in small doses, Xyloprene was lethal in his case when mixed with beta blockers.
So it was just supposed to be a robbery. The murder was accidental.
That is some stellar investigative work.
Thank you. I am a huge crime buff.
See, have you ever considered becoming a volunteer reserve officer?
I don't think Maddie has time for that, Captain. I mean, with everything.
Welcome to the force, Ms. Moore. You're gonna be assisting Detective Beeks here in this homicide case.
Thank you, Captain. Thank you so much.
Aw, you see? That's how you do it.
I'm a detective.
Would you excuse me for a minute? Captain, with all due respect, I don't think it's a good idea to make her an RO.
The Detroit Free Press can't say we're not taking their crime tips seriously if we invite the employee who received the tip into our little police family now, can they? Besides, she seems pretty good at finding leads. Make it work.
The security cameras were disabled in the Cleveland robbery, too. Culprit's a whiz at dodging sensors and alarms. What is happening right now?
I find looking at all my suspects in one place helps.
Oh, so you've done this before?
No, but it works well on TV.
Of course it does.
Okay, here's what we know. The killer robbed at least 2 stores 3 weeks apart, and both times he used Xyloprene, which is only accessible to vets. So either he or she is either a vet or has access to one.
Or they purchased the drug on the black market?
Sure, yep, that's a possibility too. You know, I also think it's important to note that Tremonti bought a safe from Luke Patterson shortly before the robbery. And your combo with Luke sure got him rattled.
By the way, the Cleveland robbery store also purchased a safe from Patterson.
So, he's definitely our strongest lead, yeah?
Why did you do that?
Because Marcella was gone when Tremonti was killed, so we can rule her out.
Marcella was conveniently out of town, trans-checking her alibi. She could have hired somebody to kill her husband.
But she said that they had agreed to the terms of the divorce, and she wasn't the beneficiary of his life insurance anymore. Oh, hey, by the way, who is the beneficiary now?
Well, he hadn't named one, which means that the policy pays his estate.
So she'd get half of...
An extra $2.5 million.
Oh, so why rob the Cleveland store?
To make it seem like she wasn't targeting her husband. We know there was a motorcycle seen leaving the scene of the crime.
Okay, there's also someone else. It's a long shot.
So I finished watching the security footage from the jewelry store robbery from the parking lot of the strip mall. It's from the time Tremonti closes up his store around 5:30 to when he comes back just after 9. No one came in and out.
How about between the time Tremonti got to the store that evening and the employees showing up the next morning?
Nothing.
That's impossible. The back door was deadbolted from the inside.
Yeah, well, my guess is that someone must have been hiding inside when Tremonti locked up already.
No, they had to get out somehow. We're missing something. And my guess is it has something to do with the smell of fresh paint.
See that right there? That's why he scored in 98.
96. And your time's coming.
Yeah, well, watch must be broken then.
What was that last part about?
Tran has taken the detective test twice. He's a great cop. He's just lousy at taking tests.
Sometimes I think he feels a little underappreciated.
Yeah. You know how that can be.
Good job today, Maddie. With your random database of medical facts and that Cleveland robbery. I'll find out if they have any footage of a motorcycle.
Thanks. Oh, hey, by the way, I wanted to ask you about this other tip. I mean, it's not about a murder or anything. It's just, there's this guy, Artie, and, he has cat stolen. Get out! Help! Someone help! He's been shot! Please!
Hey, stop. Stop. I'm fine. No. It's hot sauce. Maddie, it's Maddie. Stop. You're gonna crack my ribs.
Detective Beeks. Maddie? Don't let me, interrupt.
Some guy on a motorcycle trying to shoot at us!
No, there was no gunshots. It was just a bad exhaust backfiring. Honest mistake. This is hot sauce. Everything's fine.
Okay, then.
It's not every day someone tries to rescue me. You good? Hey, you okay?
Yeah.
We're okay. Come on.
I'm so embarrassed. I don't know, maybe I was a little bit triggered.
Do you want to talk about it?
I used to work at a sports bar, and one night we got robbed. When the guy pulled the gun out, I just froze. All I could register was the gun.
Well, you must have been terrified.
Thought I was gonna be okay, but I started having these nightmares, and you know, I couldn't sleep and I couldn't focus, and I just eventually lost that job.
Did they ever catch the guy?
3 years later, someone anonymously called in a tip, which led to his arrest. And yes, when I found that out, I was able to put it behind me. And that is when I started working at the tip line. I want people out there to know that I hear them.
I'm sure they do. And we have a lot of good units out there trying to stop people like that, so.
As long as 219 is working.
219?
Oh, it's on my scanner app. Jackie's always the one making the arrests.
All right, I have to go and write up a hot sauce report. But I'm gonna have one of the uniformed officers drive you home. And hey, no nightmares tonight.
No nightmares. How's room 1221 coming?
There is a hole in a wall that I want to get to before lunch. Then I will drywall, patch, and paint. Shouldn't take too long.
You have a boat? Sticker.
Yeah. My son gave it to me when I bought my cabin on Lake Erie. Still saving up for the boat, though.
It's a nice goal.
Yeah, well, I'm close. Came into a little money last month and got a big job coming up. After that, I head to Cleveland and retire for good. Anyway, I gotta get to this hardware store. You mind if I park this here while I'm gone?
What kind of concierge would I be? I said no. Now, I will miss you dearly, Ron. That's why there's no footage of the killer walking through the door. He didn't use it.
Jackpot, thank you.
Beeks! Beeks! I know how the killer got into Tremonti's store. He broke into it from next door, and he
cut through the wall.
Yes. What? How did you know?
The Cleveland heist was also in a strip mall, which got me thinking. So I reached out to the property manager. Look what's next door. Here's a visual of the jewelry shop. Check the storefront next to it. I think we need to go back to Tremonti's store and see what we might have missed. Office is back here. Well, what's this? Well. I guess it's no longer a theory.
This is how the killer got in.
Come on.
It's fresh paint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and no security systems or cameras. Hold on a minute. I know that ring. That's from the Cleveland case file.
Really? Well, let's ask him about it when he gets off the phone.
Oh, hey.
Sorry about that. What can I do for you folks?
I'm just curious about this ring here.
That's a good choice. She's a real beaut.
Honey, what do you think about grabbing that for your mom's birthday?
Mom would love that. Ooh, it's probably more than we want to spend, though.
I can give it to you for a good price.
I don't know. My mom already has a lot of ruby jewelry. Do you have any other pieces, like emeralds?
No emeralds, sorry. What you see here is all I have.
You know what? Your mom's got all those rubies because she likes them, so why don't we just get her that, huh?
Okay, Snookums.
Well, will you take $100?
But how about $100? $11. $11? Plus a free breakfast buffet at the Regent Kingsley. It has 6 types of freshly squeezed juice.
Delicious.
Are you guys for real? My client would never go for it.
Who's your client?
You know, I can't tell you that.
Maybe this will change your mind.
Yeah, I knew it. I could smell cop all over you. I don't sell hot goods.
Then what's his name?
Nick Ray.
Patterson's ex-son-in-law.
Nick's a regular.
It's a good client of mine. He brings in good pieces.
Hey, has anyone else been acting suspicious around the store in the past few weeks? Maybe spending too much time, not buying anything?
You mean other than you two? No.
Anyone get hired, then quit right away?
No.
I think it's time we paid Nick Ray a visit.
Oh, and we will need that ring for evidence. Could be hot.
What she said. Hey, Tran. I need a list of every jewelry store located in a strip mall within 20 miles from here that also has Beltram safes or Patterson security. And check for any vacant shops next door or if anyone's recently applied for a renovation permit. Yeah. Thanks.
So what are we thinking?
I'm thinking that they're gonna strike again. Soon.
CCTV footage from a store near Tremonti's. It's grainy, but shows us a suspect escaping on a motorcycle around the time of the break-in. Now, Nick Ray doesn't own a motorcycle, at least not one that's registered with the DMV.
No, that doesn't mean he couldn't have stolen one, though.
Nick has to be involved. Why else would he be fencing stolen goods?
Well, most likely because he's got a rap sheet. He was busted last year for pawning stolen purses.
Guess he figured he could make more money with jewelry.
So out of the 96 jewelry stores in Detroit, 22 of them are in strip malls and only 10 of them got their safes from Patterson or Kojak. I've got Tran still working with the permit office now.
Well, that narrows it down. I guess I should see if Nick has paid any of these a visit.
We should see.
Be discreet. I don't want to cause any panic.
Okay. When we get there, let me do all the talking, yeah?
Okay, just wing it. Yeah, right on. You know the first rule of improv. Always build on what your fellow actor just said.
Right, but you're not going to build on anything because I'm taking the lead here, right?
I promise I won't talk
Thank you.
very much.
Hi. We are looking for...
Wedding bands.
How fun. When's the big day?
September. We're actually looking for a watch. My brother, he said he found one that he really likes. The thing is, I don't know what watch it is, and I don't know what store he found it at. But he installs safes, so he's in jewelry stores all the time, and maybe we've helped him. That's him. No?
Is this your entire selection?
I can get some more from the back.
Oh, speaking of the back, is that where your safe is? You're probably right. That's where most stores keep them.
I'm sorry. My fiance is very into security and sometimes asks questions that can sound like she's prying. She doesn't mean anything by it. Do you have this model here in white gold?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. All right, it's time to go.
No, we have to see if they got Beltram's safe. Oh, wait, that was very rude. You should never put down your fiance in front of other people.
Oh, really? I thought we discussed that I was going to take the lead on this.
I'll answer that after I receive an apology.
I can't believe you put me in this kind of a position.
Is this the police? I think I'm about to be robbed.
Apologies generally start with, I'm sorry.
Oh, do they?
Sorry to keep you waiting.
See? Yes, so.
Oh, we don't have it in white gold.
Everybody, hands in the air! Hands where I can see
What's
them!
happening?
Get them
Whoa,
up now!
hey!
What are you doing?
Everybody stand down. They're not here to rob the store.
Rob it? Of course not. We're cops.
You know, I would say, forget what I said about being discreet. But it seems you already have.
Should we check out the other stores, or?
Just a second.
Tran says he got a hit.
Come on.
Looks like they're doing some renovations. Oh, Mr. White, what are you doing here?
This is my new shop. We just knocked this wall down to do a full expansion into the larger space next door.
You sell jewelry.
Yeah?
How do the two of you know each other?
Oh, Maddie. Mr. and Mrs. White, this is my friend.
Dawson Beeks. I'm a detective with Detroit Metro PD.
Oh, is there anything wrong?
Oh, everything's fine. I just, I like to introduce myself to new business owners in the area.
Oh, how nice. Trust me to give him one of your business cards.
This is VIP service. Maddie, you really are a great concierge.
Thank you.
She's quite wonderful.
He's cute here. Oh, no. No, we are just friends? Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah, we're friends.
Friends.
Good friends make great husbands. Oh, by the way, will you see Ron at the hotel anytime soon? Ron the handyman? Yeah, he forgot his screwdriver. Oh, you hired Ron? We bumped into him in the hotel elevator. We asked him to take over the entire reno. It's been such a disaster, but he's retiring soon, so.
Mr. White, safe's all installed.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna get you to set the codes.
That's
so
so
I tested
great.
the panel. It's straightforward. Just plug in your codes and you're good to go. I'll walk through the functions.
Nick, I'm Detective Beeks. I was hoping we could have a word.
I didn't do anything.
Well, we still...
Nick, come on. Mr. White, it's under control.
All right. Sorry about this, Mr. and Mrs. White.
I'm so sorry. Again, I'm really sorry. Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Where are you going?
To interview Nick. Oh, should I play good cop or bad cop?
You're not any kind of cop. Sorry. Stay here. You a puzzle guy?
Yeah, calms you down.
I'm Reserve Police Officer Maddie, and this is my partner, Beeks.
So, where were you 3 nights ago?
Home.
Home? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Is that Amanda Bly's home on Boxer Street?
Toby told me you came by. I don't know anything about stolen purses.
Look, This isn't about stolen purses, Nick. Okay? We have evidence that you were involved in the Tremonti jewelry store robbery. Possibly others.
What evidence? Oh, no, right, yeah. Yeah, that evidence.
Did my father-in-law tell you that? I had nothing to do with any robberies. Whatever he said, it's a lie. That guy hates me. He's trying to get me thrown in jail so I can't get custody of my kid.
Okay. When was the last time you rode a motorcycle, Nick?
Back when I was still married to Olivia. Mr. Patterson, he's got a couple. We took him up north to Copper Harbor.
How did you get possession of a ruby ring connected to a heist back in Cleveland?
I want a lawyer.
Nick.
If you're arresting me, do it.
I can't believe you letting it go.
Legally, we had no choice. Until we can prove that Nick is the one who actually stole the jewelry in the first place, as his lawyer stated. We can't hold him.
Fine. Well, in the meantime, we should rule out the other suspects then.
It is interesting timing that Ron decides to retire right after these stores are robbed. And he's doing renos in another. It could be a convenient way to case a new jewelry store.
Ron, no way. I've known him for years. He's a good guy.
You know, between Mrs. White and Nick and Ron, there's one common thread that we've been neglecting.
Huh?
You.
Me?
In my line of work, there's no coincidences, but man, all roads just seem to lead right to Maddie Moore.
I am in the hotel business, and I run a tip line. I know people. I know a lot of people. Probably more than you, officer.
It's detective.
Zara, Maddie Moore to you.
Detective Beeks. Really? Okay, thank you, Tran. Guess what conference Marcella Tremonti was attending in Atlanta the night her husband died? A veterinarian conference.
Marcella's a vet. Marcella Tremonti not only stands to gain a lot of money from Tremonti's estate, she's a vet with access to xyloprene.
And she would have known what heart meds her husband was on, and that mixing them with xyloprene would be lethal.
Agreed. On top of owning a motorcycle and the company that installed Tremonti's safe, Mr. Patterson made an incriminating call after you left.
He might be trying to frame Nick to get him out of his daughter and his grandson's life for good.
Nick could be doing this all on his own and trying to make us think it was his ex-father-in-law to get back at his ex-wife.
Nick does have a history of stealing. He installed the Tremonti safe, had the ruby ring, and according to his friend Amanda, is pretty handy.
Okay, I'm gonna say Nick's number 2, Luke's number 3.
And speaking of handy, we still have Ron. Look, he owns a cabin in Cleveland. He plans on retiring soon and recently came into some money. Plus, he's moonlighting for strangers who own jewelry stores. When was the last time you ate food?
In the middle of a murder investigation.
Well, you still have to eat food. Well, let's grab a pizza.
It's Ethan. He's at the zipline office. Says he found something.
Thanks for letting us know. I'll pass the tip on to the editorial team.
Awesome, you brought food?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I have something cool to show you. I use my music editing software. You won't believe what I found.
Keep ignoring your dad, he might just show up here.
My stepdad needs to step off. He just wants to check up on me. Make sure I show up as a productive member of society and not a lazy bum with my guitar.
On that note, what was it that you wanted to show Maddie?
Oh, something cool I did with the editing software.
A jewelry store is going to be robbed tonight. A jewelry store is going to be robbed tonight.
That's a woman's voice. How'd you do that?
I ran the recording through some music editing software that allows me to separate audio tracks and reduce distortion.
Oh, it's brilliant.
There's more. You know that strange sound in the background?
Is that a cat?
No.
What is it with you and cats?
It's a pretty good guess, though. It's something that cries at the same frequency as a cat. It's a baby.
Olivia.
Who?
Luke Patterson's daughter. She recently had a son, Nick's baby. Luke showed me a photo of them the day Luke accidentally recorded his call.
And that's why she didn't want to answer any of your questions. She wanted to stop the robbery without ratting either one of them out.
Right. Which one?
Olivia, thanks for coming in.
I don't know why Nick would tell you that my dad still owns his motorcycles. He knows Dad sold them a year ago. He helped him find the buyers.
That's you, isn't it?
I didn't know for sure if it was Nick or not, so I didn't know what to say when the woman on the tip line started asking me a bunch of questions anonymously.
That was me. I asked the question.
The day the Tremonti jewelry store was robbed, I went over to the house Nick is staying at to talk to him about child support.
And this is the house that belongs to Amanda Bly.
Yes. I got up to the front door.
You can't just take that much jewelry to a pawn shop. They're gonna suspect you stole it. Anyway, we need to nail down the plan for tonight.
Oh. Hey, Olivia, I didn't hear you knock.
Hi, Toby. Is Nick around?
Yeah? Nick, come on in.
Is Amanda here too?
You want me to get Nick to come out? Nick, Olivia's here to see you.
So Nick came out to talk to you. Did you ask him about the conversation you overheard?
I didn't want him to think I was eavesdropping. And honestly, if he was going to rob a jewelry store, I didn't want to get involved.
So you're not sure if he was talking to someone inside the house or on the phone?
The day the Tremonti store was robbed, my dad called and he said, "We have a big problem." That night, he came over and he said he was worried Nick may be going to prison for the rest of his life.
That was the call. Yeah.
Did you tell your dad about the conversation you overheard?
Of course. He's the one who advised me to call the tip line anonymously.
Olivia, do you know if Nick has access to a drug called xyloprene?
What is that?
It's a sedative. It's used on animals.
Not that I know of, but his doting roommate Amanda and her boyfriend Toby work at a pet store.
You can learn a lot from spurned exes.
I should have guessed that it was Olivia that called.
Speaks! Open up!
Beaks.
Maddie?
Yeah.
You can't do that without a warrant.
Right, okay. That's right, just the point.
Well, we have expanded our investigation.
Welcome to the suspect list, Amanda and Toby. Olivia thinks Amanda's interest in Nick may be romantic, but Nick and Toby may be partners in crime.
It's possible, but we can't jump to any conclusions till we have solid evidence.
Hey, Beeks. Here's the address for the Paws and Whiskers Pet Clinic.
Thank you.
Yeah, I spoke to the GM. Says that Amanda Bly's scheduled to work 5 to 11 tonight.
All right.
Oh, and Marcella's due for questioning in a few hours, all right?
Thank you. So, do you want to play good cop or a bad cop?
I actually have to work at the hotel this afternoon. Yeah, my boss wasn't thrilled when I left without telling her the other day, so.
Yeah, no, of course. I get it. I'll interview Marcella and Amanda myself.
Let me know what you find out.
Definitely.
Hello?
Artie, it's Maddie from Tipline. Cheryl mentioned she was divorced. Do you know her ex's name?
Yeah, Benjamin Benson finally got fed up and left about a year ago. Why?
Do you happen to know where he works?
He's a math teacher at the high school right here in the corner.
Perfect.
I never tried to hide the fact that I'm a vet. What difference would it make?
You have direct access to a number of medications, including the one that killed your husband. You don't think that that makes a difference?
In my clinic, I have strict protocols regarding the dispensing of meds. Every mill is accounted for.
Well, we'll certainly look into that. Look, your alibi checks out. But are you sure that there isn't something you're not telling me? Perhaps you hired someone.
And what would be my motive? I am happy in my life and my career, and so is my husband.
Despite the irreconcilable differences. Okay. Thank you for your time. You're free to go.
So that's it?
That's it. For now.
Simba, you're home, little guy. So where was he?
Cheryl's mother's house. Yeah, Benjamin said Cheryl routinely takes the cats to her mother's, so I figured I'd pay that woman a visit. And she was very apologetic. And then she gave me Simba back.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
Oh, and I guess I owe you the reward, too. Now, I don't have the $5,000 at this particular moment, but I can make payments.
Free and clear, no reward necessary. Reuniting loved ones is a reward enough.
Maddie, I can't tell you how much this means. I thought no one cared.
People care more than you realize sometimes.
Hey, how's the ankle?
Oh, hi, Detective.
Hi.
It's not great,
You know, injuries like that can take a long time.
I guess. My doctor says it won't ever be the same. What can I help you with?
Are you familiar with xyloprene? Maybe Nick asked you to steal some for him from the vet that works at the office back there?
No.
Look, Nick is in some pretty big trouble. And I would hate for you to get caught up in that just because you stole some drugs for him. Amanda, Toby thinks the world of you.
I know he does.
Don't make a mistake that could send you to jail. Now, the truth goes a long way with me. Just tell me what you know.
Nick asked me to steal him some xyloprene, but I said no.
Okay.
He asked Toby too, but he refused.
And how long has Toby been working here?
A couple months. I helped him get the job. He's actually coming in soon to take the rest of my shift because I have to go home and study.
Weeks?
Mrs. White?
Hi.
Mrs. White, are you all right?
Oh, I'm sure that appeared more dramatic than it should have. I am just exhausted is all. Opening a new store is no joke.
Where's Mr. White?
He's still at the store. Between the first shipment of jewelry arriving early and us not being remotely close to opening and the issue with the safe, he was interrupted all day.
Issues with the safe.
Well, apparently that man who installed it didn't write down a number or something. Kojak sent someone back over. It's all taken care of now, which means finally time for a hot bath and a glass of wine.
I will send up a bottle of Cabernet.
Oh, you are the best. Oh, truly.
Thank you.
You think I stole a drug from the vet to give to Nick? No way.
Babe, if you did, just tell the truth. You don't owe Nick anything.
I am telling the truth.
You're welcome to search my house, our lockers, whatever you want. Right, Toby?
Yeah.
Anyway, here are my keys.
That's not mine.
I'm gonna need you to come with me down to the station.
No! Toby! Toby! Wait! Hey! Hey, Toby!
arrived at Panache Jewels.
Detective Beeks need an APB on one Toby Sims, black motorcycle traveling south on Wickmore Drive.
Good night, Mr. White. Mr. White departing the store at 10:22 p.m.
Suspect was last seen on foot near abandoned warehouse on Rob Field near 28.
Copy that. I'm on my way.
Not again.
Detective Beeks, I'm at the warehouse. I have the motorcycle in sight, pursuing on foot. Requesting backup.
Detective Beeks, leave a message.
They're at it again. I'm just outside the back entrance of Panache Jewels. Call me.
Detroit Metro PD, Tran speaking.
Officer Tran, it's Maddie Moore. I need to speak to Captain Nyland.
I think she's gone for the day. Do you want her voicemail?
No, wait. My phone's about to die. Send cops out to Panache Jewels on 28th ASAP. There's about to be a robbery. Hello? Wait, did you get that?
Panache Jewels.
Toby! Come tell me your side of the story. This isn't worth it, Toby.
Look, I didn't rob that store.
Then why is there a dart gun in your locker?
I don't know. Someone set me up.
If it was a setup, then just come out and talk to me about it.
No, you're just gonna arrest me like last time.
Not if you didn't do it, Toby. I'm not interested in putting the wrong person away. Any second now, this place is going to be crawling with cops.
Look, I swear, I've never shot a dart gun in my life.
This is Officer Tran following up on a lead at Panache Jewels in Midtown. Over.
All right, I'm gonna meet you down at the station. Take your statement, okay?
Okay.
They're at it again. I'm just outside the back entrance of Panache Jewels. Call me.
Followed up at Panache Jewels. No activity. And back to the station.
need to avoid alarms.
Detective Beeks, report of a 211 in progress. Panache Jewels on 28.
I just cleared that 211, Beeks. No one was there. Doors are still locked.
You've reached Maddie Moore. I'm not available right now. Please leave a message after the beep.
You have to believe me. Tremonti was an accident. I didn't know the Zyber would kill him. It's just a sedative. You don't understand. My grandparents raised me, and now it's just me and my grandmother.
Amanda, why don't you let her go, and we can talk about it.
Talk. You want to talk? Okay. Let's talk about the fact that my only chance of graduating and having a decent life was my track scholarship, and now it's gone. How am I supposed to pay for all this with a minimum wage pet store job? I can't. So that's why you did it. I was going to stop. Then the bank was going to foreclose on my grandmother's house. I couldn't lose that too.
Man, I want to help you. If you let me.
It's too late. For what it's worth, Nick and Toby had nothing to do with this. I told Nick we were bonding my grandmother's jewelry and he believed it. Or at least pretended to.
Thanks. Amanda! Hey! Hey!
Amanda, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say
Let me
can't
cuff
be...
her first.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Okay, start over.
You are under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law.
Attorney.
Right? Yeah, no. You have the right to an attorney. You can't afford one will be appointed for you. Do you understand these rights?
Seriously? Who are you?
That's Reserve Police Officer Maddie Moore.
Ow! Go gentle on my ankle.
Officers, take her away.
Thank you, Detective. Thanks, Maddie. Suspect in custody.
We got her, Captain.
Huh. I really hope this was done legally, Beeks.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Pretty sure it was. For the most part.
You two work well together. I hope to see you again, Maddie.
Hey.
Hey. You must feel sorry for her.
You know, in this line of work, you come across all sorts of sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissists, but most of the time, it's just the everyday people who lose their way.
Well, in some cases, pompous power drunk know-it-alls.
You forgot distrusting. I'm just glad she confessed to everything. It's almost like she was relieved it was over.
How'd you break into the safes?
Well, anytime Nick would install one, she'd put on one of his uniform shirts, and then she'd show back up at the store pretending that they forgot to write down a serial number, and she'd install these.
Tiny cameras.
Motion activated. If you weren't looking for them, they'd be easily missed. Anytime anyone punched a code into the safe, she recorded it, and then she'd retrieve them along with the jewelry. We've recovered over 400,000 in stolen diamonds and jewels from her home.
What about the xyloprene?
She stole it. That's why she got Toby a job at the pet store, so she could pin it on him when she had to.
Lovely.
Yeah, young love, I guess.
Poor thing. Is Toby doing okay?
He'll be all right. He's on the right path.
Well, you did it. You solved first homicide case.
I had a little help.
Oh, just a little? Huh?
Hey, Maddie. Captain Nyland asked me to give this to you before you left.
Thank you. Oh, it's a uniform. Oh, the taser.
What?
Just kidding. It's a handbook. I bet I already knew most of what's in here.
Well, read it anyways. Do it for me.
R.O. Moore, well done. 219. Oh, sorry. Detective.
You're him. 219. You're him.
I used to be.
When do I get a number? Do I get to choose my own? Because my lucky number's 8. Oh my gosh, come here. Come here. My little guy, what are you doing down there, huh? I bet you're hungry, aren't you? Yeah.
By the way, once I finish my paperwork in there, I'll look into that tip with the missing cats.
There's no need. Yeah, I solved it.
What do you mean you solved it? Are you just gonna keep that kitten?
You mean Detective Possum Beaks? Maybe. Maybe.